Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi on this rather glorious day today. It's the first decent day we've had all week, I think. Most of this week, unfortunately, it's been absolutely bitterly cold, rain, heavy winds, everything else. But today, absolutely glorious. I'd probably say it's about around 18, 19, maybe even 20 at the moment. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. So just a short one this week. I want to do a bit of, I've got maintenance to do on my pond, usual maintenance. I'll show you the quick temperatures in the filter house in a minute. And at the moment, I'll say the temperatures are, at the moment, they're glorious. But overnight, the air temperature, the outside temperature is going down to about 6-ish, 5, 6, something like that. So when I get up in the morning, the pond temperature itself in the water drops to about 10.5, somewhere around like that. So it won't be long before the pond covers are on. They need to go on pretty soon, I think. So as I said in a previous video with the food, coming to autumn and winter, I am starting to feed more wheat germ. They're on around 50 to 60% wheat germ at the moment. The rest is their normal food, but I am increasing that. Also, I am looking at other winter foods, wheat germ based foods. I've had a few recommendations in the comments on the YouTube and on Facebook, so I am looking into a few various ones, and hopefully the next week or so I'll get on to ordering that and get them in and start them on some different foods. So yeah, let me just quickly stick into the filter house and we'll go on from there. Okay, coming into the filter house, have a quick look. 11.7. So yeah, temperature's gone up a little bit. This morning that was about 10.3, 10.4 this morning. So the fish are still having a bit to eat. And at the moment, I'm feeding them that wheat germ with my normal food. So I'll, in fact, I could do with a bit now. So let me just grab a bit. Get a bit of wheat germ first. They are staying more down the bottom, but they are coming up to feed. So like I say, I'm just chucking a bit of wheat germ in at the moment, and let me just grab some of the other food. Let's back it up a fraction. Just a little bit of their other food as well. Yeah, so yeah, look, Henry's coming up already. So as I said, they are still coming up for food. I think Henry will come up for anything. So he's always going to come up for food, Henry. Oh, sorry about that, let's put the food back down. Yeah, so Henry's coming up. Very quickly as well, one thing I will show you. I did my weekly maintenance yesterday. One of those was cleaning, well, day before yesterday I believe, and one of those was cleaning out my skimmer, and I actually found a couple of snails in there, a couple on the lid, and I think one of them was somewhere up here. So what I didn't want is them going down the overflow and trying and blocking the overflow up. So what I've done for now, I put this on. If you can see, it's actually an old aquarium fish, aquarium net. So I'll put that on for now until I can find something better. That's just going to stop anything going down there and blocking it up. That's one thing I don't want, is blocking my overflow up. Yeah, it's, as I say, it's a beautiful sunny day today, so unfortunately there's a lot of glare on the water, but they're all doing well. And I must have missed a stone somewhere, because there's one little one appeared. So I don't know where that one's come from. I must have missed it out my lily baskets. And they've been rooting around in here and pulled the little one out. So it's one of the ones I missed when I swapped them over. But talking of the lilies, I don't know if you can have a quick look at them. As you can see, they are starting to turn a little bit. It's starting to die back. There's not as many leaves as there was on there. There's a couple of new ones still down the bottom, but as the temperatures are dropping, they're slowing down. So what I will do this year, I will take them out and put them in my little quarantine tank, or the tank I use for if I need to quarantine a fish or treat a fish. I've got a little tank I use, so I'll put them in there over the winter, and I can sort my grids out for the top, because as I said, the temperatures are dropping at the moment. Like I say, it's not going much above 10 or 11 most days, so it won't be long now before my covers are out, and I'll stick those on. So sometime this week I am going to get my covers out and clean them up and probably give them a lick of paint, and I'll video that, and so I've been asked about those, and I'll talk a bit about how I actually built them, and the process of that, and that will go on for the winter, and a couple of the bits and pieces I need to do to get ready for the winter. We'll go through that a bit later, but yeah, and he is, look, Henry, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be a big one, going to be a big boy. Yeah, as I said, absolutely glorious day today. I was going to try and do some filming of the fish and talk a little bit about my fish, but at the moment it's a bit too bright to see them, so I don't think that's a good idea at the moment. It's going to be a waste of time. So hopefully it's going to, a bit later on, as the sun starts to set and we have some light left, there won't be as much glare on the pond, so I can show what fish I've got and talk to you a little bit about those in a bit more detail. Also a bit of a record for me, as it comes to winter I won't see so much of them, so it'll be nice to see them and compare to what they're like when the season starts up again and they start to put a bit more weight on next year. So yeah, hopefully we can get a bit better filming conditions, and I really need to sort out a polarizing lens for the camera. That'll make it a lot easier as well. So yeah, I'll get back to you in a bit and hopefully we can get some footage in. Okay guys, so the light has got a little bit better, I think, so I'll show you what we got. There he is, there's Henry, my Ginrin Shagoi. I had him not too long now. I know he's about 14 inches when I had them. He's put on a little bit of length and quite a bit of girth, to be honest. He's like I've said before, he's going to be a chunky one. I'm still trying to find a better position if we can. Right, let's get down here. There he is, there's my Kikikuru. Again, he was probably about 12 inches when I first had him. He hasn't put much length on, but he's gone quite girthy. He's quite thick. He's still put a bit of weight on him that way, so he's still putting some weight on, which is good. Moving on, we've got my Platinum Ogon in the middle there. Again, he was about 12 inches when I had him, or her, whatever they, I don't know, I haven't sexed him yet. Yeah, so he's put a bit of length on as well, and fattened up a little bit, not too much. And if you can see him down there, is my Goromo, just going under the lilies there. He was a small Tozai, middle to the end of last year, towards the end of last year I suppose. It was around the 5 inches maybe, something like that, and he's put a couple of inches on, so which is good. And what have we got down there? It's hard to say for this screen, but them two there is my, I think that's my Sankey Ginrin. Again, that was about the same size as the Goromo, but they've put quite a bit of length on in there the last year on them ones. The Sankey, and is that the Kohaku? I can't tell from here the angle is at. Oh no, the Kohaku, I think that's the Kohaku over there. Yeah, there's me Sankeys, there's that one there, and that poor boy in the middle there, whether you can see him with the little black on his back. He was in my local koi dealers, and nobody seemed to want him. They didn't like the patterning on him. He said he hadn't been able to sell him, so I felt sorry for him, so I bought him. And I brought him home, and I think he's turned into a lovely little fish. He's growing nicely. which I'm pleased about. That little white one there, that's one of my original fish, my goldfish actually. Actually belonged to my mother. I think that's one of them. Yeah, that one there, the bigger one. There's two of those in there, that size, called Ronnie and Reggie. I have said before that when we first put them in and got the skimmer on, I kept finding them in the skimmer. So I think they were trying to escape, so we called them Ronnie and Reggie. What else we got? That one there is another one, the goldfish. I think that's, you think? Yep, just going behind the lilies there is another one. That's call that one Goldie. Again, that was one of the original fish from my previous pond. Again, belonged to my mother. And whether you can see him there, if we can get a bit closer, just coming out there is my shishui. At the moment, I'd say that's probably my favourite looking fish in the pond at the moment. Again, he was around the 12 inches when I had him, and he's put quite a bit of weight on since then, and quite a bit of length as well. Just going up there, so hopefully you can see it in this light. It is getting quite dark, going to dusk now, so hopefully you can see a bit better. He's been called, most of these fish do have names, you've probably not gathered that so far, but he's been nicknamed Clark on that one. I think it's to do with his name, Shishui. What else we got? Unfortunately, most of them are hiding at the moment. I've got another goldfish in there, a fantail goldfish, and she's normally quite active, that one, but nothing coming out at the moment. Let's see if we can get round and see him this side maybe. I don't know if we'll see him in the lilies. No, they're not going to. Unfortunately, she's not going to play and come out. But yeah, there's a fantail goldfish in there. There she is. And it is, you can see her just down there. And we've called that one Fanny. We have got another couple of smaller white type goldfish. There's a little one just there. And the one just under it. They were given to me recently. Being rehomed, so we haven't even named them at the moment. The Kikikuru, which is just over the back by the skimmer, he's been called Keegan. That one there is Keegan. Again, I think it's due to his name, and when he does come up for food, he does like to flip his tail and kick all the food up, so he's been called Keegan. The Sankeys and the Kuhaku, I don't think they've been named at the moment, but I'm sure we'll come up with a name for those at some point. So that's just a quick look at the fish I've got at the moment. Next year I am hoping for a couple more. There's a couple on the list. I would like a Kujaku, and my all-time favourite one at the moment is a Goshki. I believe they're called a floating Benny Goshki, the ones I want. I think they're an absolutely fantastic looking fish, but they're very hard to come by, very rare, and can be quite expensive, as can most fish, I know. But yeah, as temperature dropping, it's not the best time to be getting them now, so I'm going to wait till next year now. And as the temperatures pick up, I'm going to start looking, and hopefully I can get the ones I want. So that's just a brief look at the fish I've got at the moment. Sorry the pictures weren't the clearest. As I say, it's not the best of light to be doing it in. So I do hope, as I said, hopefully I'm going to get a polarising lens for the camera soon. But that's just a brief look at them. I did try and get some underwater footage, but it didn't really work out too well. It's not the best of underwater camera I've got, so I don't think I'm going to use that. But yeah, that's just a quick look at the fish. So yeah, that's some of my fish. Well, that's all of my fish, and hopefully you enjoyed those. And it'd be nice to see how they get on and grow, and also with what fish I want next year. I'm really fingers crossed I can get, you know, some decent ones and what I'm looking for. But yeah, so just a short video this week at the moment. So Thanks for everybody who's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button and ring that bell. And don't forget the 500 subscriber giveaway. So you need to subscribe to be in it. So again, just hit that button. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.